Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. I'm just going to apologize in advance. I have so much stuff laying all over my table. I want to wait just a minute to allow just to make sure it populates that you guys can see me. And this is just kind of the joy of technology, which I am not good at technology. I am not. That's why I have people like Gene Howard here. All right. I see a little that little eye that people are on here. So hopefully it's populating. So as you pop on, please say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you've never tuned in before, my name is Amy Howard, and I am the mother maker here at A Maker Studio. I I normally don't share this. I normally don't say things, but I want to I want to share something with you that's on my heart from Puerto Vallarta, Charlene. Oh my gosh, how fabulous! Wouldn't it be great if we were all in Puerto Vallarta together? Couldn't we have fun doing this kit today? All right, so this morning, let me move this so that Jean can put that down for me. Thank you. So this morning, this is what I want to share, and then I'm going to go into the workshop. Sorry. Um, I just came from, those of you that know, I moved to Florida, and um, hey, Charlotte from Asheville. Bless your heart. How are you? Oh my gosh. How are you, Charlotte? Let everybody know in the group. But 2 years ago, Jean and I moved here full time. We live in the area of 30A, Santa Rosa Beach. And to a lot of people, they're like, Amy, what's your problem? Like, you live in paradise. Like, it's a beautiful place. It's like Mayberry, RFD. But here's the deal. It wasn't my home. It wasn't Memphis. It wasn't where I grew up. It wasn't all the things that I was used to. And so, has anybody else gone through something like that? So, I gone this morning to a Bible study at Little Seaside Chapel, and it was so sweet. And I was reminded of something, knowing that I was going to leave and I was going to come here and do this live and show you what I've been working on. I was really reminded of something that is women. And I really want y'all to comment here. If it's something that you've never commented before, if you don't do that, I really encourage you to do that this time, to comment if you feel the same way. But there were probably 32 women in this group, and we were all sitting there together in this Bible study, and we've been on a hiatus for a couple of months. And I realized how much we missed the community, and how as women we really struggle with friendships when our kids are little. Would y'all agree? When our kids are little, we're friends with a lot of our kids' friends, like their mothers. And so we have that community of friendships wherever our kids go to school. But when our kids are grown and when they're older, and now I'm a grandmother, that we really have to be very intentional about building friendships with other women. And I think how Valentine's, I really mean this. This is what I was sitting there thinking of when I was getting ready to leave. And I was just weeping, and I thought how desperately women need friendships with other women that build them up, that edify them, that when we see somebody and we say, what is the first thing we say when we see someone? We'll go, how are you? And we go, oh my gosh, we're so busy. We're just so busy. And I think how busyness is such an enemy for building friendships, and how we've got to be as women. If it's a situation, if you struggle with having really dear, sweet friendships with someone that shares the same vision, the same goals, the hopes and dreams that you have, can I encourage you to do something? Will you use Valentine's Day? Will you use this holiday as an opportunity to reach out to other women with whatever? Take someone to lunch, meet someone for coffee, text someone, call them and ask them, how are they? But then not just to be able to say, how are you, but meet with them and do that with some regularity. I will tell you, when I know that I'm going to be in my car and I'm going to be in the car for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes that I've got to drive, I will call somebody. And I'll just tell you, this is my journey, but I'll pray for that person. And it's like, I'll pray for them. It's like, who should I call? And I want to be able to hear them. I'm going to talk and say, how are you? Like, I don't need to hear all the good stuff. I can handle the bad stuff because I want to be the type of friend that will bear that person's burden and be there for them. And I just think as Valentine's Day approaches, we've used this analogy, we've used the word galentines. Let's be someone's galentine. I really encourage you, and part of when I was putting these projects together that I want to show you what I've got, as I was putting these projects together, I thought, what a beautiful box to be able to send to someone, to be able to say, would you come over? I've got some stuff. Let's make some stuff together. Come over and have coffee. Get to have a group together. You know, even the young girls have gotten this down to an art to where they get together at least once or twice a month. And they'll have dinner together or they do a craft together. There is nothing sweeter, more fun. You don't want to sit around and watch television. I mean, we need to have conversation. But the main thing is let's be the person with the intentionality. Let's be the person that is reaching out to people. And if it's a situation where you really are struggling with the fact that you don't have any really good girlfriends, maybe you've moved away like me, and maybe it's a season that you need to be the one that's going to take the intentionality and you reach out to that person and you put together a galentine's. I have taken up pickleball. Y'all know that I've struggled with my weight most of my life, and I've taken up pickleball, and I'm really exercising and really trying to focus on my health. And I am putting together a Galentine's evening to where the girls that I play pickleball with and the couples that we're going to get together here and we're going to do Galentine's projects like this. And so I've put it all together for you. I want to show you because there's so many cute things that you can do. One for yourself. Maybe you do this. Maybe you have a really good girlfriend that lives in another city. And you can say, you order one of these boxes, I'll order one, and let's hop on a Zoom or let's FaceTime together and we'll make them together. That way you can laugh together, you can cry together, you can have projects that you're doing, and it just kind of makes it that much more fun. So I want to show you part of my vision in with this. I love working with molds. I love it. Those of you that I have shared with you how I love making things that I can give as gifts and that I can use in my own home. It just makes me happy. And I always think about my guest bathroom, and I'm going to show you what I did because I like having little things in my guest bathroom that are holiday oriented, that are just kind of fun, that when people go in there to wash their hands or whatever, if they're over for dinner or coffee or whatever, they're like, oh my gosh, this is like the cutest. So here's the box. I will tell you, if you want to buy it for someone as a gift, that's another great thing. That it comes with this beautiful, it's wrapped in pink tissue. The presentation is beautiful. I have a letter in the top of it that will come that way if you send it as a gift, and it has a QR code that you can scan with your phone, and it's going to bring you to this video today, and I'm going to walk you through the process of how to be able to do and use the products. So it comes with 4 molds, and it comes with your beeswax, your pigments, your wicks, your eco powder, your soaps, goat milk soap. It comes with all that we're going to be able to make. So I want to be able to, one, say, hey, as you pop on here, but I need to get started and show you how to make the products that are in here. So as you pop on, say, hey, tell me where you're tuning in from, and be sure and share this video and tag some good friends. And I am going, oh, you're so sweet, Montana. I'm going to have a giveaway. So in 3 days, we'll announce the winner, and we're going to send you some free products like I'm doing here today. And the main thing that I want you to know, you know, a lot of times people don't really know the heart of the people that they're doing business with. I want you to know my heart is really to connect. I am just a bag of tears today, aren't I? I want women to connect. I want to create a community of women that love crafting, that I know about you. When I come in here and I'm in my studio, I love just making things. It brings me great joy. And I know that a lot of you are, you're women like me, and you share the same heart. So I want to show you. I'm all about, I got this from an estate sale. This is actually my china. Everything comes from an estate sale at Amy Howard's house. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tana. And so this is my fun idea. This is one thing that I love doing with this kit is I want you to make these adorable little soaps to put in your bathroom. Even, look at this. Doesn't take that long. Like, okay, like Montana, that is like the sweetest thing. It doesn't cost anything to just encourage somebody. And y'all are so encouraging. Y'all, I just love everything. Oh my gosh, Debbie, thank you. See, I mean, okay, I've gotta wrap this up because I can't quit crying. I've got to quit crying so that way I can focus and show y'all. So anyway, look at these. These are soaps that I've made. And everything that you get in the kit allows you. Can you see the detail on that soap? Look at that. Is that the cutest? Look how thick it is. I got a little greenery on it. So these are adorable little soaps that come in the kit with the mold. So I want to take you through and I want to show you. So as you pop on, say, hey, tell me where you're tuning in from, share this video. And I'm going to turn this down because I know I can still see your question. All right. So, and I will address those. So let me turn this down. All right. So I wanted to show you this. Turn this around. Another thing, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. I have another mold that you can make little wax melts. So those of you that like, you've got things maybe on your counter in your kitchen or a bathroom or your hallway, and you buy wax melts, guys, they're too fun and too easy to make. I want you to make them. Don't buy them. But they're also great gifts that you can make and give to people in a cute little bag. But I love making those. Also, you can all the molds that I'm showing you today can be used with multiple things. And I think that's what I love about it. So this is another one of the molds. So you're going to get 4. And so one of the molds, I love this. Look how thick this is. It's absolutely glorious. Now, this is a soap I made as well. Depending on what color you want, it just is going to be a variation on how much pigment you put into it as far as the color. And I'm getting ready to show you how to do that. So this is a great rope wrapped Valentine that allows you to be able to make this into a candle. This is a great soap. You can actually use these molds too to be able to make little cakes. Y'all know that I've done those before. You can also do them with your eco powder. But before we get too much further in that, I want to break you out and show you how I did the soaps because I think they're just so fun. And I think this is such an easy, adorable thing to be able to have in your bathroom, in your guest bath for someone. Nancy, thank you. I know, is that not fabulous? This makes a great soap. It also makes a great candle, which I'm going to show you that as well. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. So now, one of the first molds that we've got, let me grab this, in the kit, this is the mold that you get. Now, the detail in it that you can see, this is what this one is. Hey, Debbie. Guys, as you pop on, say, hey, I'm seeing you, Nancy, Libby, Rocky. All right. So now in the kit, you're going to get some goat milk soap. Now, we've got it to where also in the collection that we've put together, you can order larger amounts. If you want to have a group of friends over, you can use these molds, but that way just order a larger bag of your goat's milk soap or your eco powder or your beeswax. We have really large bags that you can order if you want to be able to get a group of gals, maybe your Bible study group, maybe your bunko group or your mahjong or whatever. But oh yeah, Charlene, seen that. I use these all the time for making little cakes because anyway, it's just too fun and easy. You pour your cake mix in here and I wash them out and then I'll use them for other things afterwards. So, all right, so basically you're going to take your goat milk soap and you're going to melt it. Now I turned my heat down, wouldn't you know it? Let me turn this back up. Actually, that's wax. All right, let me transition. This is live. This is the only problem with live. I've got to be able to let this melt down. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to come back to the soap and I'm going to transition and I want to show you how you can actually make a candle. All right, so hang with me. So now I want to show you in the large rope mold that we just did. Um, you can use this larger mold like this one. Look at the stand that this is on. Can you see it? It's a substantial, really high quality mold, and you're so sweet. Who was it that you were saying, Montana? You're so sweet to say that. I love the versatility of this. But what I want you to do, and I've done this a lot, and I've shown y'all, I use these skewers, and most everybody has got these in their kitchen, especially in the summer when we're grilling a lot. But these are just my skewers that I'll stick chicken on and put on the grill. And so part of the reason why I say that is you've got to be able, can you see that? You've got to have this point at the top. And so basically what you're going to do is the wick comes in the kit, so you don't have to buy this extra. You're going to get a long cord of wick, and you're also going to get individual wicks to be able to make your candles. So you're going to puncture it here at the base, and that's going to take you through the center of your mold. And you don't have to worry, it's not going to seep through. If you have a tendency to make it too large, then just pop a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of your silicone mold and then pull it through so that way you've got enough that's sticking out of the top like that. All right, so now what I did is I took my beeswax. I'm going to show you. So in the kit, you're going to get your beeswax, and you're also going to get, if you can see this, your pigment, your red pigment. So that's going to allow you to be able, when you're working with the white beeswax, you can make it a pink heart. You can put in more pigment and make it a red heart. It's really going to give you a lot of versatility. So what I did, let me show you. I'll pull this over. So I've just put this on top of my hot plate, and I melted down the wax, and I added a little bit of pigment. So I'm going to add a little bit more. I want you to be able to see it. It's kind of light. So I'm just going to, you will also get a stirrer in the kit that allows you, I kind of use it as a measuring tool as well. And again, when you're working with the beeswax that we send you, it is white. It has a color to it. And if you want to do it white, you can. It would be really pretty. I just think it's fun to create all the different variations of pinks, reds, like kind of like I've done to the soap. Those of you that maybe are just now tuning in, these are the working with the molds that we've got in our Crafting a Beautiful Life Valentine's edition, that you can make all these different variations of color. And I think these would make darling gifts. Do y'all not agree? Would it not be fun just to be able to buy the kit and buy some additional goat's milk soap and then put them all together and put them in cute little bags and then give them to your friends? I love that idea too. If you don't want to have a Galentine's party, I really encourage you to have a Galentine's party. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, so I just want to make sure that I stir up my pigment really good in my hot wax. And I am going to actually put it on my little board because I want to be able to pull it away to show you the next project. And now I'm going to pour this down into my mold, holding up the wick. Now, the other thing I really want to encourage you to do, pour that all the way to the top. You want to make sure that that little curved area to where it starts, you see all of the outside of that shape, because that here, it's all of this. It's kind of uneven, but it's so, so pretty. One thing that I forgot to tell you, we do have organic essential oils. If you are working with these candles, in what I did with mine, I actually added before it was melted, the rose essential oils. It is so fragrant and so pretty. and just to be able to burn it. So now also in your kit, you're going to get these wicks, and you're going to get a little holder that you can thread the wick through and allow it to dry. It's going to take about an hour and a half for this to set up good. And then you're going to be able to easily demold it. I'm going to show you that on another one. All right, so I'm going to go on and set this aside. Jean, can I hand this to you? All right, so now that's how you can make some really adorable candles to be able to use. Now, also, you can do with the other mold I want to show you. I did two things. This mold, this is the second mold that you get in it. So you get the large knot one, and then the second mold you're going to get are these. Now, I want you to notice something. It's made it really fun for you to be able to create this for a lot of things. I'm going to pop this in half. Now you'll notice on this mold, it's got like a little slit right here. And that's really nice because you can take it, open that up like that, and then put your stick down in it. And a lot of you are like, why would you do that? Well, here, let me show you. Are these the most fun? Now, I've got grandchildren. I've got a 2-year-old grandson that is an absolute doll, and he's very creative. Can you see this? These are little chocolates. So the fun thing is, if you like Lily chocolate, I don't know what your, yes, you can do cake pops, but you can do a little bouquet of these chocolate candies. Are they the cutest? Here's the other thing. You can do, oh my gosh, Nancy, your birthday is Valentine's Day. That's so fab. My oldest daughter's birth, she was almost a Valentine's baby. Almost, but she was born on the 15th. So, happy birthday. So, I can't imagine a better holiday to be able to be born on and be a Valentine's girl. But this is a great mold to be able to create your melted chocolates. So I'm going to show you that really quickly, just how easy and fun that is. So you can buy chocolate melts. We don't have food in your kit. We have your eco powder, your waxes, and your soaps. But you can buy these already, and these are red chocolates, or you can use food coloring with just regular white chocolate. But I almost think it's better to buy the red chocolate. So I melted it over a double boiler. And I will tell you, they never get really wet. Usually they're always going to kind of be this consistency if anybody's ever worked with it. So what I do is I take just a little bit out like this with my spoon. And I came back. Now, at first, this is not a real glamorous thing to do. But I fit them in my mold like this. This is the back of it. Doesn't take much. And then when I do that, I usually take another little stick. Sometimes you can take a tongue depressor or a craft stick, and then I just will rub along the base like this to where I flatten it out. And then you can wipe this with either a Q-tip, but basically I threw these in the freezer. It took maybe 15 minutes for it to set up. And then that way I was able to pop it out of the molds, and I was able to get my chocolate pops. But you can also do these with cake. But here's something else that I want you to be able to see, that I had done these earlier. You know, when I first went live and I was showing you, these are great wax melts. So if you want to be able to use the rose essential oils, you can pop those in your cart when you go to amakerstudio.com and get some rose essential oils. Put that in here, and then that way you can do them in wax. Look at that. So it makes these adorable little wax melts. So to demold them, they're going to easily come out of the silicone. But here's something else. Those of you that work with your fondants, if you love making cupcakes, these would be adorable also to be able to put as candies on top of your cupcakes. So there's two different hearts that come in this mold. There's a fatter one, and then there's a thinner one that looks like it's been drawn. All right, so now we've done candies, we've done our wax, and I've shown you guys how to do this before. Let me see, is our soap melted? Yay, okay. All right, so now in your kit, you're also going to get your goat's milk soap. I would definitely add on my essential oils and add some rose to this because of having a soap. It's just so nice to be able to have this organic essential oil in your soaps. And when you melt it down, when you melt the goat's milk soap down that comes in your kit, this is about what it's going to look like. I know that's not a very glamorous thing. I like getting my pots and things from um, Goodwill. I like going to Goodwill. If I get a good skillet there, I use it when I'm crafting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back again and I'm going to add to my soap. I can use the same pigment. Guys, these natural pigments are used in makeup, blush, eyeshadow. So it allows you to be able to use them in your soaps, um, as well as your waxes and your candles. You do not eat this. Don't use this when you're working with your chocolate. You need to use a natural food coloring. All right, so I'm going to go in and sprinkle that in here. I'm going to stir this up. There again, when you're making them, my suggestion would be is do several different colors. Do some in pink, do some in red, and that way you just get this lovely variance like this to be able to have in your guest bathroom. Like I shared when I first went on, I love making my guest bathroom that everybody goes to the potty in really special, and it's really geared more towards the holidays, whether it's Christmas or Easter or Valentine's or Thanksgiving, whatever. All right, so now I've stirred that up really well. It's a really pretty pink color. Now, this is one thing that you can remember when you're working with making your soaps. The colors dry down pretty true. So if this is the color, you can guarantee that's going to be the color of your soap, unlike if we were working with like the milk paints. So now I'm going to, let me see, I'm going to take one of my other molds. I want to be able to show you. So there's 4 molds that come in this kit, and I will tell you, I just wanted to do a cute little happy for you guys for Valentine's Day. We don't have very many of these. It's not like our regular maker box. There's just very, very few. So if this is something that you like and you think it would be perfect for your women's group to get together, and I agree, Montana, I think it's great to have a Galentine's get together, lunch, coffee, whatever, and then have some of these sitting out and let the ladies do them together. If you're going to have a large group, though, I would order some extra wax or extra soap. All right, so now I'm just going to go on. This has already gotten kind of hard. Let me see, this one's already melted. And I'm going to pour this up into my mold. This does have my rose essential oils in here. And now I'm going to let this set up for about 45 minutes. Once it sets up, I'm able to pop it out of the mold, and then I have a darling little rose soap that I can put into my guest bathroom. I love that. It's as easy as that. You just melt soap down over a double boiler, add in your red pigment, add in your essential oils if you want that, and then that way you've got these darling soaps out of goat's milk that feel so good and so soft to your skin that your guest can enjoy. Now I want to show you another one. In the kit, you're also going to get a bag of eco powder. I've done these before. This is something that I have really, really enjoyed in my in using in my house on a regular basis. And so I want to be able to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go back to this one again, and I'm going to mix my eco powder. Now I've got the large bag of the eco powder. I'm curious if you're on here and you're listening, let me know if you've worked with the eco powder before. It's one of the products I am most proud of. I actually am thinking about redesigning the bag and calling it something about ceramic. because it allows you to be able to create really beautiful ceramic type products that, for me, I love using these as diffusers. Now, you can seal them, you can paint them. I'm looking at this and I'm like, wouldn't that be a cute knob for a piece of furniture? If I wanted to, I literally could put a screw or a bolt in the back of this and have this to where it will set up in it as it's starting to set up. So that way I could paint this or gild it and have this as a knob. It's so, so pretty. All right, so Amber, I love that. Awesome. All right, so now I'm going to take my eco powder. It's in a powder form like this, and I'm going to add just a little bit of water. Now, I usually will do 3 parts eco powder to 1 part water. And I'll put in a little bit of water and stir that up because I want the consistency to be kind of like pancake batter. So I'll do it a little bit thicker at first, just to be able to get the water distributed, but I don't want to pour it up this thick. Can you kind of see the consistency of it? All right, so now let's add just a little bit more water. Again, we're working with the eco powder, and you get a 6-ounce container of eco powder in this Crafting a Beautiful Life Valentine's kit that is going to allow you to be able to make these. The cool thing about these beautiful, really heavy-duty silicone molds is you can use them again and again and again. I can make cakes with them. I can put them in the oven. I can clean them out, and then I can come back and I can use them with my eco powder. All right, so now I'm just going to pour this up into my mold. See the consistency of it? Now, could I have added pigment to this? 100%. I could totally add the red pigment to the eco powder. Now, let me just say this. If you are going to color the eco powder, mix it in a powder form with the pigment. Matter of fact, Jean, can I have a container? I want to show them real quick what I'm talking about because I want to make sure that they do it correctly. So just a container. If you want to get me a plastic cup, awesome. So when you're doing it, what I would do is I would take your eco powder. Hold on just a second. I want to show you. So this comes in your kit. If you want to be able to color your diffusers, then what I would do is I would take it in its powder form. This is your eco powder that I just worked with. And I would add the pigment when it's dry. So if you want to color the eco powder, please add the pigment when it's dry. That's going to allow you, now more than likely, because you want to be able to take advantage. Look at that. What a pretty color. You want to take advantage of having pink. I love mixing the pink in with the red. Look at that. So now that will give you a really pretty pink. It'll be this color, just a little bit darker diffuser. So now once this sets up, give it about 45 minutes, then you can demold it. If you want to put it in your freezer, or if you have a craft heater, that way it's going to speed up the process. But what these are great for, you can gild these if you want to be able to have it as a gift. This is actually, because it's so thick, you could gild this and it would be a fabulous paperweight. I love that idea. Just being able to set it on top of a book, and then that way, every time that person sees this, they think of you. And I think that's why even more important as far as giving gifts to women that are our friends, maybe that it's a gal that we want to be a friend with, that thinking of her on Valentine's Day is a really sweet way to be able to let her know how much she's loved and how much you care for her. So the great thing about these, when you make them with the eco powder, and that's why I like making them in white, is the fact, and just plain, that you can come back and you can take your essential oils, and I'm doing rose strictly because of it being Valentine's, but you can do the essential oils on top of the diffuser. And I am telling you, I am not kidding you. I will put these on the back of my potty in the guest bathroom. And I think it's cute to be able to have one or two of them. I like doing them like in little dishes that I get at Goodwill or an estate sale. And you will walk in and out of that potty and it acts as your diffuser. These are so fabulous. That's why the eco powder is so great. And so every 3 or 4 days, I'll just pop 2 or 3 little specks of my essential oils on top of it. And this is going to make that entire bathroom smell divine. If you want to be able to put one of these on a little dish or something, maybe in your entry. And here's the other cool thing. You can't see the essential oils on it. It's being absorbed into the eco powder, and it's going to continue to emit um, the essential oils. And the other thing that I love about this is that um, we're not dealing with a lot of hormone disruptors. Have y'all heard about that? How they say that we're not supposed to be having a lot of candles or I used to have those plug-in things, but they say that they're actually a hormone disruptor now. And for goodness sakes, I sure don't need that. That these are darling because you can do your organic essential oils in them, so they make such fabulous diffusers. Gretchen, I love that idea. Like, I don't have a spoon here. Well, I have a little plastic spoon, so that way it could be a cute spoon rest. I just think they're so elegant. I think they're just very chic looking. I loved the detail on them. I loved the rope heart. I loved this other heart with the little flowers and things on it, then as well as the tulips, and then for you to be able to make the small hearts as well. So you get 4 molds, you get eco powder, you get your wicks, you get your red pigments, you get your wax, and your goat's milk soap. So you get all of these in the kit to be able to make all these different projects. Isn't that fun? I will say this now, bar the fact that I get a little stressed sometimes when I'm on deadlines and I've got to be able to come into the studio and create them. But other than that, I have a blast. This is my jam. I mean, working with these molds and being able to create really adorable things that, one, I get excited about, two, being able to have these in my bathroom. This is going back to my house. Or being able to get a group of gals together. And that was the one thing I was working on with my pickleball group. It was like, what am I going to be able to make? What am I going to show them when they come in? And really and truly, thank you, Nancy. That's so kind. I'm very proud of the quality of the products, the quality of the molds, and everything and the packaging that we've put together. I think it'll be something that you will enjoy. And when it comes in the mail, you're going to be kind of giddy like I was. So please, 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 just as another woman talking to you guys, use Valentine's Day to be your Galentine's Day. Reach out to the women in your life that you want to be friends with, that are your existing friends, maybe somebody that you haven't talked to in a very long time. Let them know how much they mean to you, and take an opportunity to be intentional and build really wonderful friendships. There's not a better way to do it than craft together and have them over and make something. Who knows? You might start it in where you're doing it once a month, just to be able to get together. The walls come down. We become being very transparent and we share with one another, and we leave with our hearts and our souls being really, really filled, because we're made to be relational and we need other women in our lives to be able to support us, pray for us, and be a shoulder to cry on. So I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for a maker studio. I'm grateful that we can make things together, and hopefully, prayerfully, it's going to make a difference in your life, because you're going to use it as a tool to be able to go make a difference in the lives of others. Happy Valentine's Day. Mwah. I love you guys. Bye.